Yep, this is perfect. If they can do it, we can do it. No, it's perfect. I just wanted to make this little commentary because this woman is dressed quite beautifully. Even though she's homeless, it's like you can see her spirit, and it's lovely with her dresses and her head thing and her bracelets. And I just wanted to kind of show that to somebody else. Okay, I'm going to show you something real simple here that's really important. So notice when I let this leaking hose drip on this just bare ground, see how much is splattering up on my foot and it's just kind of running off? Not a lot of it's soaking in. And then look where when I put it over the mulched area, it's soaking in immediately. It's not running away, it's actually staying on the surface, it's not staying on the soil where it can actually get down into the soil. This isn't soil, this is dirt, and it's just running off, you know? So that's why we use mulch. It's one of the main reasons. There's multiple other reasons too.
Still water,
So they're just trying to get water. Well, yeah, you can have recirculating like solar fountains or mosquito fish and stuff. But yeah, these bees are just is a natural little watering hole because they have enough rocks and stuff to actually get to the water without drowning, like they do in my pool. So if you want to create bee habitat, you can do rocks in water. This plant was blown over in a really bad windstorm, and it was blown out of its pot, and it was left there, and no one did anything for a day, half a day or so. I came across it, and when I was leaving, I was on my way somewhere, and I said to myself, I'm going to go get a pot and repot it. So I tucked it behind some other plants so it would be out of the wind and its roots would have at least some shade. I came back the next day, took it home, put it in a pot. The whole thing just looked like it had died. It lost all of its leaves. It just looked like a twig. It wasn't well anchored in the pot that I'd put it in, of course, so it was just wobbly, and I just thought, well, I tried. Nevertheless, I kept watering it, and pretty soon, after a while, it started showing signs of life again, and it's leafed out now, and this is its first flower since being recovered from near death. And I wanted to show this because it's just an inspiration to me, and I hope that it inspires everyone who sees this, that even when all hope seems to be lost, if you continue to persevere and continue on, and don't just sit there and pray and show faith and wait for the, Messiah, whoever you believe that might be, but keep taking action, keep doing what you can do. Look what can happen. I just have to do a quick video. I'm on my way to do something else, but my tree collard is glowing. Now this is the straight variety. The other one I have is a purple variety. This is a perennial vegetable. It means that you plant it once and it grows for life if you take care of it. So, permanent food supply, fresh greens. I'll put a link to where to get this in the description. But it's just glowing. Look at that blue. It's like radiating energy. What did I do right? So the Asclepias speciosa, or showy milkweed flowers, I just smelled them. I've never smelled these flowers before, and they smell like honey. They smell amazing. So I am so excited. I hope that the monarch butterflies that occasionally make their way through my yard find these plants. So cool. Kitties are helping me with the Reno project on the V. And what I really wanted to do is show you this. I decided to deconstruct, I think I got this maybe at IKEA, I'm not sure. It was some kind of fold-out table, one of those collapsible, tables, but I didn't really ever use it except for to put stuff on, and very occasionally used it for doing some art stuff. Anyway, I decided that the tabletop was nice. It's a little large for this space, but it's not really that too large. It's not that much too large, so I think instead of trying to cut it into it and all this with my less than stellar carpentry abilities, I'm just gonna try it like this, and then I can always change it. But I pulled the leg off of one of this old IKEA table I'd been using. Well, not old. I'd had it for a while, I guess, but it wasn't old. But it was an IKEA table, and I had been looking for these kind of brackets that you could buy for these legs, and nobody in any of the hardware stores I went to knew what I was talking about, let alone carried them, which seems weird, but that is what it was. So I took them off that because they're metal, and they have the thing attached to it. And then I wanted to film this because actually, well, one, it's a cool project, it's fun, but I think if I use, so what I'm doing right now is kind of strategizing, as I go on the fly, but I think if I use the wood that I recovered from the old loft panel, I can brace up, make sure that the two halves are solidly together and supported in the middle, because what I want to do is potentially even just put hinges, or probably not just hinges, but some kind of bolster under the bottom of the table on the wall side, and then actually just have it rest and attach to that with hinges on the bottom. Just because why put an extra leg when I don't really need one, right? And then just use one leg. And what I'm hoping is that because this material is actually really pretty sturdy, I won't have the wobble that piece of plywood, which I'm actually using to do the work, that this plywood had, because it was only like 1/4 of an inch, and this stuff is maybe 1/2 inch. It's not that much thicker, but it's a different material. I think it's probably a composite, and it's got this laminate, whatever this is, on top of it too, so it's just way more sturdy than the plywood. So I'm thinking this is a good move. It would be cool if I had a piece of wood that could go, two pieces of wood basically, that could go all the way from the front to the back. But I don't think I really need them because I'm not actually putting any kind of cross bracing this way. This will have a cross brace under it, I'm gonna try it. And we'll see how it goes. But I'm just excited I'm using the wood I recycled from that panel from the loft. Recycling makes me happy. This is what the courtyard looks like in the aftermath of the transplanting and putting in-ground plants into pots. Plants that I want to keep anyway, take with me. So I've got all my important perennials. Thornless blackberry, perennial tree collard. There's 2 of them. Where's the other one? I can't see it. It's all. Oh, there we go. No? Anyway, they're there somewhere. Oh, the other one. This is one. This is the purple one, and this is the green one right here. I rescued this lavender from the brink of death. It was about to totally desiccate. It was just left here by someone else. Same with this rosemary. I started watering it a few weeks ago after someone took off and left it here. And so it's doing okay. It's gonna live. I got my yarrow. These are perennial salad greens. These are perennial types of spinach, Okinawa and longevity spinach. I don't know what this is, but I just really love it. I got it from the library. And then sage. It's culinary sage, and then beautiful lavender. And I've got my sea kale. No wait, this is my cosmic kale. This is my sea kale. It's doing really well here, despite it being labeled as not doing well in this climate zone because I've got a microclimate. I've got more lavender. Lots. So that's winter savory down into there, and then I've got lantana, and I've got my lobelia, more rosemary. I've got my Asclepias speciosa. The ones that I put in the ground didn't do as well as the ones I left in pots, so I don't know what that's about. I've got a grape there, and I've got another fennel I'm going to take with me. I've got one fennel planted, and I've got a third fennel over there that I'm going to get. I'm grabbing my other lantana, and then my other salvia. Just look at this thing. When you give it full space, look at how big it is. I'm blown away. It was in this tiny space. I've got 2 more of these, and another lavender that I'm going to grab, and I have this lavender I'm going to grab, and then this fennel, and I'm not sure yet if I want to take this because these do pretty well here without like a lot of care. So, but there is one in the back that's not doing well because it's kind of in a shady spot, so I might take that one instead so I can nurse it. I took my blackberry. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And I'm almost done getting all of them potted up. Well, hello there. You have something hanging from you. And then all the plants that I already have potted, I think I'll be taking most of these. The pomegranate. This is a plant I brought from Oregon, and I don't know what it is. I have a feeling it might be a privet, but I have no idea, and I've never actually tried to use one of those. I've just never known what it is, but it's beautiful, and every time it makes seeds and they turn black, I save them. It looks like it's got a lot of seeds on it right now. It's just a stunning plant. We had one, it's in a pot, right, so it's not very tall, but it's probably about 3 times the size as when I brought it, when I dug it up originally. But we had one growing outside of our house that was tall as the house. Like it was like 3 times as tall as this, like, you know, like definitely taller than us. And it's just really pretty. I rescued I think it was a starling out of our heater. Somehow the starling had gotten caught in the heater in our apartment in Oregon, and it was making all this noise, and it was there all day, and none of it, we couldn't figure out what it was, and the poor thing almost was like, it was probably so dry and like dehydrated and stuff. So I managed to capture it in our house, and then I let it outside, and it jumped onto the bush outside our house, ate one of these berries, and then flew away. Got my raspberry. I think I'm going to take that with me. I'm going to probably bring the aloe. I'm not sure. I should probably bring the succulents, but I'm not sure, like, if it's just a space issue. The aloe I would like to bring, though. And, yeah, I think I'm going to bring this vine here. But these are just annual. It's so funny, these little tiny little... It's too much shade over here, I think. And then I want this pot. I want to keep this pot because it's cool, but this has just been volunteer weeds for the most part. I put in one or two things, and I don't know how I'm going to... Maybe I'll have to put this in the ground. I just feel guilty. I don't want to kill anything. And then I'm taking... That's already potted. And I'm going to give away a bunch of stuff. But I just love how this looks. It's like a good post-apocalyptic, like, turns this concrete space into a more feeling of a garden. But I'm going to be taking all this stuff with me. It's going to be interesting. Among all this confusion in the world, it is such a good thing that we have people helping us. Because otherwise, without this label telling me this is bread, I don't know what I might have done.